here, I feel like Link is racing as if he's behind a game, because he is behind a game.
Yes.
He's not taking the extra boxes. He's not doing any of the safeties. Whereas Fizzle, he's checking the extra boxes in Temple of Fiends. He's going up here to check our Matoya boxes, which are your standard, make sure I have enough money to buy everything.
Yeah.
Make sure there might be a ribbon there. There might be a Sun Sword -3 that you could use.
At the very least, that's some vendor money right there.
Exactly. Only heal pots, but heal pots are moderately expensive.
Yeah, 29 is never great, but it's also just a mild inconvenience for the early game.
Yeah, those gold +2s, which are ridiculously expensive.
In the worst possible shop.
Right, exactly. And it looks like I had missed it, but Danny caught it. Danny's tracking for us.
Yeah.
Is the rod. And...
well...
Yeah. Ooh, Link picking up 2 of the Black Mage spells before checking
He took a look there already. He saw the life 2.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did he see the life 2 already? Okay, I didn't notice that.
He did know.
Yeah. And
Divergence.
Yep.
We'll see.
Totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's funny because like we've been seeing that divergence happening a lot in these flags. You kind of expect both of them to go the same way, but not at this point.
All right, Linkalot going to get the free item from the Sages down here in Crescent Lake. Looks like he's found a pretty decent run off the hard reset there too, or in the encounter table somewhere.
Yeah. The only thing. Yeah, well, we don't have the one thing that we look for, or at least I look for, when I'm heading towards, going this particular direction is if warp is available.
Yeah.
Because if I have warp at level 2, then there's a little bit more of an incentive to try to do that ice cave play. But so far nothing going.
Right there, level 6.
Yeah. So now I'm kind of. Like, we have Fire 2 from the Mage Stick. Lit 2, meh. I mean...
It'll help against some of the enemies in Ice Cave, but again...
Yeah, I feel like the playoff that you have with Lit is that nothing's really weak to it.
Yeah.
But also fewer things resist it. Yeah. So,
it doesn't do you much good till Sea Shrine, and by the time you get to Sea Shrine, you're going to have better than... Fire 3 on Hydras or Hydras.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah, Fizzle getting wiped in the canal there, or the river system. Sorry.
Linkalot picking up ship from Sages as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're gonna get our first little look here at Black Magic. There's our warp.
Okay.
Which means, especially if you with that Mage Stick, we're heading out to Marsh.
Right.
You're gonna pick up a couple levels. And then head over to where Marsh is.
Hey, I got chat pulled on now. I couldn't get it to work before. If anybody's out there, hi everybody.
Yeah, good morning. It's 10:27 here on the East Coast in Virginia. This is, what day is this? Thursday,
30th.
Friday,
Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday. 4th day of SG Live. You're going to see a lot of FFR today.
Conveniently placed herb for sale in Elfland.
Nice. How much was it?
I think it was 6K. It was under 10 for sure.
That's cheap. That's a nice little buff for Fizzle, I think. Especially with that Sun Sword that he picked up, you're probably going to be able to sell that.
Raid's hitting very hard.
Yeah. Which is not the worst thing in the world, because Wraiths, Fire 2, probably going to end up being okay with that.
Ambushing Sleep Touch Wizards.
Those guys are weak to Lit, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of the one thing you want to see. Again, you want to see things like the Frosties.
160 or less HP on them.
That's
pretty good.
That's really nice. Did Fizzle pick up any houses?
It doesn't look like it. I came across them yet. I saw them in Crescent and I saw them in Elfland.
Yeah.
800 and change for houses is not ideal, but not super expensive.
Nah, I mean, when you get the houses that are like 2K each, that's when you're like, I don't want that.
You finish taking levels and have like 200K. You're like, let me buy 20 houses. Suddenly you're under 100. Like, what happened here?
Yeah, one of the things that I think we kind of alluded to earlier is that black belt has plus 20 hit percent, which I like. This is a bold and daring move coming from Lord Fizzlebeef going into ice this early, but I think that given the fact that you have plus 20 hit percent, again, that's somewhere around 6 levels dropping your threshold. So instead of looking for that 32, you're looking for 26. Instead of looking for, 21, it's more like 15. So he's going to be hitting those extra hit thresholds faster. He doesn't have warp because he didn't head down to Elflin yet. But again,
Frosty's on a tile there as well with under 160 HP. I don't think Fizzle sits on this, but this is good information to have. They hit hard.
He wanted that.
Oh, Linkalot screen real quick.
Oof. That's our march tile.
Yeah.
Oh, and a light axe.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, light axe definitely changes things.
Yeah.
Water's not good. Weak to ice.
Go figure. Instead of lightning 2, which we have.
Right. Weak to the thing that we don't have, and that's our last life 2 charge from Fizzle. We're gonna see if he hits the 6-pack. Nope.
No.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna drop down. He's gonna check to see if it's worth it to hold on to this. Sorry.
The ghost of Fizzlebeef is still there, we promise.
Right.
Alright, black belt down.
Yeah. Well, this is where you're now just checking what the incentive item is. And we don't have life, but we're gonna see what this is. Zombie pack.
Okay.
Which again, that light axe is
So, seeing that Linkalot had ship and canal and was getting taken away from Ice Cave, I was very curious if we were going to find something here that was going to be a turn-in. No, we have a big answer.
Yeah, that's big. And we saw a long stare from Fizzle here. We've as you can see, Fizzle is present. And
can we get away?
Yeah, this is.
Oh God.
We know, like that's
okay.
there it is, and a rare smile from Lord Fizzlebeef.
Yeah, that's pretty huge right there.
Yeah.
And the seafood party pack, giving Linkalot the business again.
Yep.
He's gonna bail.
Yeah, he should. I mean, and he needs to get levels up on that thief to get its luck up, in order to really what you're hoping for. I'm just checking to see. Yeah, there's no luck change for the thief, but he needed to ambush or at least have an early turn order and just wasn't getting it.
This is very interesting because Fizzle's gonna get the ship here from the sages and be like, okay, he can probably deduce canal, which he already has. So the mystery that's gonna remain in Marsh Cave for a little bit is gonna be very interesting.
Right. Well, and that's another thing. Those dragons typically give you a very high amount of gold. So getting a lot of those frosties, he's got the 21K. If he doesn't burn it all on houses and heals, which he probably won't, he's going to have the money to pick up that herb in Elflin.
Right.
He's going to have floater, so he's going to turn that in. I mean, he's in a very, very strong position right now.
Right.
And I know we were talking earlier. Link is down in the set of 3, and he's gonna be sweating. I think, especially after having that much trouble with Seafood Party Pack.
Yep.
He knows that the other option is going to ice. He knows that we started off with a mage stick, so he knows that could be. That could be the game right there.
It's really going to determine what Sarda gives him here.
Right.
If we get Oxyale here and it takes him further and further away from Ice Cave, because with Northern Docks on, we can then go do Bahamut, we can go do Ordeals, we can go do Waterfall.
Yep. Well, and I mean, you'll just see the difference in time because Fizzle and Link are going to be at Sarda. I mean, the high five right here.
Yep.
But Fizzle will be long gone by the time Link is able to get out of Titans after picking up the key item.
Point of order, Fizzle has not gone to Elfin yet, but I'm assuming that'll be his next stop after Titan here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and if this is, was it Slab, it looks like?
Slab out of Titan here, yeah. So he's going to be able to translate that and just keep on moving. He's even got enough cash where he can shop probably Melman Magic if he really wants it.
Fizzle only opening one box there. That makes me feel... that makes me think Fizzle went, oh, right, plus 20 hit percent.
Yeah.
Which, Paunch is at 122 health. So he kept getting bodied early on in that Ice Cave dive.
I think if you get this black belt into like the mid 250 range, 300, it could survive a couple rounds to get online enough to get those Frost Dragons.
Yeah. That was a lot of good stuff in White Magic. I think there was Wall, Exit, and I feel like there was something else that was there, which, I mean, it's always nice to find them. It always feels bad when you find them and they're all the exact same level, and that level is greater than 4, but we'll see.
Looks like there's a Mage tile here in Earth as well.
Yeah. Which, meh.
It'll work in a pinch.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Ice 3 pickup.
Yep.
You know, as we said, we found wherever those waters were.
They were the drop down in Ice Cave.
Right.
Which were probably maybe the only thing that takes us away, I think, from those Frost Dragons right now, because that's the best tile we've seen, is if we get a key and suddenly it opens some Key Lock Northwest, Temple of Fiends, etc.
Right. Well, I mean, there's also the volcano tiles, which I don't think you can discount the importance of the volcano tiles.
White Locked Fade as well. They're at level 3.
And I like to pick up the early heal 3. Nothing in White 4. I didn't remember. Fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Fast, Brack, and Bane.
Yep.
So there's your
utility level 4.
Yep. All right, so Fizzle's going to use most of the last of his money. He's probably going to sell something at the same time he sees the herb.
Yeah.
And there he is. Yeah, I just got rid of all of that money. Now it's time to get rid of a Sun Sword.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in no way is he going to be using that, and it is not
short.
Nearly enough money.
Oh, we're not going to sell that mage.
No.
I think we're still 1,000 short.
Yeah. But we saw Fizzle. I think we saw Fizzle do this as well. The Gur ogres around this area give you about 1,500.
Yeah.
So I don't think. Is he thinking about it?
We're gonna contemplate selling this mage stick right now, and not having to do it again.
I think the fact that he didn't walk out means he's selling that mage stick. I am not a huge fan of that early, but it's one of those we don't have. Like, if there was something that was a nice, easy wipe with a mage stick, like if you saw those metal slimes that have very low HP, but the probability of that happening is pretty low. So I think Fizzle made the right choice there.
We even had enough schmeckles left over to buy fast.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Well, and then this is where we're probably going to get the irony of, hey, have the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
Go open my closet.
Yeah.
There's 56K in there.
Maybe an extra mage stick too.
Oxio.
Okay.
Oxio. Yeah, I forgot that with the starting caster item that you can get a double up.
Yep. And that right there, that Oxio, which Linkalot got as well, as you can see, has pushed him farther and farther away from Ice Cave, which makes all the sense in the world.
Right. Which Link did this strategy yesterday as well, hitting ordeals before going down to Cardia, which I like the move. I think Dead Pulse was one of the pioneers of this particular routing of hitting ordeals pretty soon after getting out of the Inner Sea.
I can say that I do ordeals because I hear Dead Pulse in my ear. Ordeals overall.
Yeah. Which it's funny because he started to divert from that a little bit.
Yeah.
But it looks like Fizzle demonstrating once again that he's going to double down on the black belt.
Yep. All right, so let's see here, because we're going to run into that seafood party pack that's ambush happy and not much to take it down still.
Right. Yeah, that's the question. We haven't even seen the item in the box yet. So
I get the feeling that this is probably not important based off of what we've seen, what we still have left out there. We really only need our loot. Linkalot doesn't even need the key.
Right.
And he just needs either chime. He needs chime. Oh, no, he's
no,
done.
it's loot.
He's good now.
Yeah.
It's just loot. Yeah.
Yeah, loot to go.
Yeah.
Though, if you look over at Link's, sorry, an excited Z3 race over to our left.
I hear Kane of Samaria.
Yeah.
Oh, Fizzle didn't get ambushed. We're gonna throw some ice.
I mean, and again, take those couple levels, make a big difference. This Ice 3 can and low rolling sea snakes.
Gets through the lobster, which is the big threat, but the sea troll's still standing. These sea snakes got a lot of HP.
Sorry, it was the lobster that kind of like nothing. He burned his warp. Because that's on the same slot.
These sea trolls are these are all very
chunky.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's over 400 HP on those sea snakes for sure.
Yeah, a cat +5.
Right, now, depending on what this marsh item is, say this is loot. Fizzle then just needs key. I don't know if he ends up going to ordeals. He wasn't going to use the thief.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anyway, but Linkalot, that's big.
Yeah, well, again, Fizzle won't even open the box. Like, that's not even a question.
He's opening very little here.
So now Link's strategy has also now included tail, so there's a higher probability that he's going to need to do an optional dungeon, which is not something that he wants to do. Fizzle getting bodied by the seafood party pack again and saying, nope.
I'm good.
Nope.
The mystery that is Marsh will remain.
Yeah.
Question in chat real quick from Linkshot. How far into the bracket are we? This is Game 2, semifinals. Lord Fizzlebeef versus SirLinkalot.
And Fizzle is up 1-0 at the moment. My was because Link just picked up a ruse stick and a ribbon.
Wow, and Fizzle opened 2 boxes in that room.
Yeah, I think he opened like the cabin and then moved on.
Wow, that's a pretty loaded Titan trove.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely a thing. Fizzle checking trap tiles at the moment.
Yeah, he sees the mages, sees the giants. See you later.
Yeah, he's definitely in. I think we've kind of referenced tile time.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the volcano tile play. The thing that he's going to be worried about is, am I going to have to am I going to have to wait for the key to check that tile? And there's
with the mage stick we sold coming back to bite us.
Yeah.
No nukes. Lit2 can get us there if they're
only
low.
Yeah, they're going to be highly resistant to everything except for that fire.
100 damage minimal there.
Yeah, and they're hitting how they normally hit, which is hard. We saw them get about 90-something HP, where they usually range in that low to mid-hundreds. Link is over in Waterfall. A Mudgall.
Okay.
That hits.
Hey. Agama for SirLinkalot on the trap tile.
Yeah, that's a nice spot. I mean, that's one of those. If Fizzle finds that, Fizzle's gonna stop there and just go. One of the things that I tend to think about in the back of my head when I'm going through seeds like this and I'm running a black belt. Okay, cool. That's good news for Fizzle.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna force him towards that Agama tile.
Oh god, it's spooky thinking about a key sitting there in Marsh Cave now.
Yeah.
It won't make much of a difference once our runners are online.
Actually,
but
Fizzle needs the key. Because he doesn't have a thief,
He
right?
doesn't have a thief, yeah.
Yeah. So Fizzle needs the key, or he needs a gated thief.
Yeah.
These Medusas are very nice experience.
So Linkalot go mode here at about the 20-minute mark with the Thief once he gets into 15. Interesting. Fizzle's still needing key. Gonna get loot eventually.
Yeah. So Link just his Thief just got to level 16, so he's in full go as long as he doesn't get rid of that Thief. Except that, like, Link is in technical go, but he can't finish the seed with what he has right now.
Right.
He needs to either set up that black belt, which it seems like is not in his original plan, or he needs to find a tail.
Yeah.
Which I think, looking at our item list, have we seen the adamant turn in?
I don't think either one of them turned in the adamant yet.
Okay. Because Link had the crown.
Or did they? I'm looking at Danny. Danny's just like, yeah.
I think Link's going up to do crown adamant at the moment. And so we'll see what those are. If one of those is the tail, then Link's going to be in full go. He's also going to pick up whatever. He's going to pick up one extra party member at some point. Yeah. I think Link is kind of going to be doubling down on that katana +5, and like we said, Fizzle's going to double down on that black belt, and we're going to see Fizzle going third pillar first.
Hooray!
Which is a nice. There's our bottle. Which, bad news for Link.
Yeah.
Because we don't have. Link needs to go to Ice Cave to get his floater.
Yeah. If he so wanted to, he can finish it right now if he wanted.
Right. Though.
I like picking up floaters when I don't need them.
Yeah. Though the tail is the big. Again, the tail is the big question.
Unless he goes back to do the Agama with the black belt, we'll see.
Yeah, and we're getting a nice look at the. We'll hopefully see the trap tiles here. There's our zombie Ds.
I like that a lot better.
Yeah, the zombie Ds is definitely, as long as they don't have something, which maybe.
They're north of 200, less than 360.
They very few hits. So that was like 2. That was like 3-ish.
You see level 17 black belt already doing 6 hits.
Yeah. We also see Link's got this, which again, this is one of those tiles that.
Oh boy, Fizzle.
That's not good. That's not good.
Lit 2, please.
There you go. There you go.
That's a lot of HP on fade.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to play it safe. You don't need to try to risk it. Link's doing a little bit of work trying to take down these whiz mummies. They're gonna give a good chunk of experience.
5 of those in a pack is very tantalizing.
Yeah. The problem is when they have a high amount of HP. Ooh,
and glare.
Yeah.
Well, there's one left.
Oh, and it's the not correct choice. You know, Midna definitely a. Like,
I did not see that eye on SirLinkalot, or the Phantom on SirLinkalot's screen.
Yeah.
That was spooky.
Yeah. That was Link thinking about Marsh right there and deciding, maybe? No, he's heading.
I think he knows he can finish now, so.
Where is he going? Volcano? Or did he not do the herb turn it yet?
We're going to stalk up.
What are we doing? The steel? No, because the steel's a fighter thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Brain is like. Oh, okay. I had missed what was on Astos.
We'll see it in a second.
Yeah. And. Mute Touch from Astos, which is cute. Oh, Link is also picking up Fast and a couple other level 4 spells that he didn't get earlier. About 2k, level 12, very low level. There's the chime.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, but you know, if you're there, Astos is going to give you a decent chunk of experience. Chime.
Again, the mystery that's Marsh Cave, we're going to fly right by it.
Yeah. And
Fizzle still needs that key.
Yeah. Fizzle's about to be happy.
Yeah.
Fizzle's about to find his grind. What's he do?
No, he's not.
Oh, he realized that he didn't have camping gear or something.
Heals. Okay.
Heals.
Yeah.
Which he's going to need in a couple minutes because he's absolutely going to sit on this Agama.
And Linkalot going back for the Agama right here.
Yep.
Knowing he's in go mode, he's going to go get those levels.
Yep. Which it's... I think he's decided... I think what this means is that Link has decided that the Katana +5 Red Mage with the Thief strat is a good one, but it's either go to Ice, get the floater, and then do the slab translation, try to go to Gaia and do the bottle, then try to go to Lefane, and you're going to run into the crystal and the TNT and the key at some point.
Yep.
You can either risk all of that or sit on the Agama.
Yeah. And I think this is the correct decision. He followed all the chains he could that were, moderately timed and not that much out of the way.
Right.
It's time to just let's go.
Yeah, and again, so right now, Fizzle has the advantage of floater.
Yep.
Link has a little bit of a exploration advantage, starting this grind a little bit earlier. But the bigger thing is that Link brought a thief, and Fizzle did not. Which means that Fizzle still has to do a couple extra incentive checks to try to figure out where that key is. Or again, he has to hope that he can find
a thief behind a fiend.
Exactly.
Yep.
But then you have to also spend enough time to grind that thief up to level 15, which in something like C is not going to take a long time.
Fizzle with full sky access too could decide like, all right, I'm gonna do this too.
Right.
Very lucrative. The spells we have not the best to get through there. Nuke level 6 that Fizzle has access to is fine, but we don't have a whole lot of charges of that.
Right. Well, and Fizzle has the potential of 2 casts of that nuke, or 2 nuke casters, I should say, whereas Link is only going to have the 1. And Link has done a good job of getting his party down, and he's going to sit.
6K pop. So I guess the question here bodes into, like, we're talking breakpoints and levels. Do you think Linkalot just stops when he gets that 10th hit, and then just goes and risks, like, I don't need the extra M-def, this is going to be fine, we're going to punch our way through? Or do you sit on this till 42, even though the hits, sure, they were already there, but you take that factor of knowing that you don't need to worry about the M-def problem?
I think... Well, he's already doing 8 hits.
Yeah.
I think it depends on, have we seen fast yet?
We have. I think it's level 4.
Okay. You're right. Yep, it's level 4. Given that, I think I stop at 10 hits.
Yeah.
Because then you're doing 20 hits at level 30, probably like 38 by the time you get to Chaos.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, you can get through Chaos with 32 black belts, let alone 38 black belts. And you're doing an extra 4 hits on top of what you would normally do, which 2, 4, yeah. It makes a big number of hitting things.
There's the loot for Fizzle.
And this is the beginning of the end for Nuke and Fade.
6 is 220 for that black belt already for Fizzle too, so this is gonna be quick for him as well.
Yep. And it's more of a when do you... Yep. Bye, Nuke.
Question from chat. Len the Cat. Hi, good morning. What is the boss percentage here? So 100%, 200% clamped. So if you've been watching it all this weekend, you'll notice that these bosses have decided that they're going to roll much closer to the 200% range all weekend. So we're going to take a little more safety than you would normally see with our 2 runners here, I think.
Way to bring up clamped.
You
We
like
haven't had clamped in a
I'm
long
just
time.
trying to get like the verbiage out
Back in the day. Yeah. So, by the way, feel free to post your favorite Agama fact in the chat, because we're gonna be here for a couple minutes while you listen to sleep-deprived Devious and Luffy try to talk and be entertaining during this punch. Yep, totally lost my train of thought there. Oh, the clamped thing. Yeah, so the randomizer has evolved a lot in the last I've been around for 2.5 years. And, you know, back in the day, we used to have a single slider for enemy stats, and if you clicked a button, it, instead of being like 60 to 200%, it would be 100% to 200%, which we called clamped. And now there's like 50 sliders for everything, and both of them have 2, maybe 3 dots that you can slide left and right to try to figure out where it's going to go.
Separate HP and stats at the same time. You know, give them like crazy stats, but no HP, glass cannons. Like, it's shout out to our devs. They do amazing work. I've been here about almost 2 years now, and still it like you said, leaps and bound differences in the last couple years. Yeah,
and it's one of those. There are few things in this game that are left that are not completely random. And anything that, hey, wouldn't it be neat if? Most of that has been done.
Throw it in the dev channel. See what happens.
Exactly. Which, it's a good time to throw that out. If you like what you see, and if, like, one of my favorite things about this game, especially being surrounded by a lot of other games, I see a Z3 to my left. It looks like Uter over there in the other room. One of my favorite things about this game is that, when we're going through Topher, you have no idea what's going to happen. Like, in every other game, it's like, okay, well, you get the key item, and you know what's going to happen for every single boss and every single encounter. I've been doing a lot of FF6 recently, and, you've got 4 stages of Kefka, and, each one has its own, like, special things you gotta know, and its HP thresholds, but it's, like, the same thing every time. In this game, nothing is the same every time. I mean, even if you, like, we have the same boss weaknesses going through, like, the original game in Topher, but that's pretty much it. And, even in the case like this, how do you know that Agama doesn't have Death Touch? And it's just like...
We did have a question in chat from Simple Sarah. Have we seen Death Touch yet? No.
Nope.
And let's hope we don't. Linkalot, also, Linkalot taking this to 42. No chances we'll be taking here today. Fizzle getting about 500 more XP per fight, and coming up fast. 8 hits already around 30. 29.
Yeah, I think, Link has the Ruse Stick. I don't think that's going to really do, I don't think that's going to be a factor at all. I think the biggest factor right now, even more than what level are you going to take it to, is the fact that Link has the Thief and Fizzle doesn't.
It's the key. And if that key is sitting there in Marsh Cave, guess who's not getting that key for quite a while?
Yeah, exactly. I think you could even say, like, Fizzle has the advantage of having the floater, whereas Link doesn't, because that floater's an ice cave. And Fizzle chose to dive ice first, whereas Link chose to dive marsh first. But at this point, the floater is actually made, like, the lack of having the thief. Sorry, I'll point this way. Having the thief that way. Having the thief has negated the impact of having the floater. Had we gotten the key early, it would be absolutely in Fizzles. But, yeah.
It looks like the timers were reset also for our runners here. Sorry about that. We're like around a half hour-ish in, give or take.
Yeah, it was 30-something minutes when I looked earlier. But, again, we've been running... The times that I've been running in my head are right around 40-something minutes is when I should be in Topher. 48 minutes is kind of my average. And then I think yesterday Link was in Topher at 42. And Fizzle was in the low 50s, but yeah, I think they're very well on that pace, and Link is at explosion levels. Like there's no Link's game is over.
Yeah.
You know, Link's game is over unless something happens. Link is gonna continue on this path, and he's gonna obliterate anything that he comes across.
Yeah, we believe. It took we have seen level 42 black belts have a little bit of trouble here.
Right.
With no temper, I mean, that's not ideal. But fast at a very early level is going to negate a lot of that.
Right.
I don't know if we saw lock, which could also be helpful. But to your point, this black belt's going to do a lot of really big punch things.
Right. Yeah, 10 hits for 1,600 damage on a Gershark. Yeah, so Fizzle deciding to leave early. He's going to take a couple of these extra encounters on his way out. So he's still thinking, you know, I want to get as many levels as I can, but I can do that as I leave instead of sitting on this Agama.
He still has to do, you know, 3 dungeons. He's going to pick up a few more levels on the way just by, you know, sheer happenstance.
Right. And I think there's a higher chance that Fizzle's going to choose. I mean, so now, okay. So now the long play, again, Link, his game is over. He's going to continue to he's going to do C, then he's going to wrap around and he's going to do Earth, and then he's going to, you know, wrap around, do Volcano, and then hit Topher. Fizzle has the option, you know, do I want to do C versus Sky or C versus Earth? I can see him doing C right now and then doing C, Sky, Volcano, and skipping Earth.
With the airship, that's a much more likely route.
And so the question is, in that, okay, key is somewhere. It's either through slab translation or it's through
Bottle.
Well, the Marsh Cave. Well, Bottle was.
Linkalot has Bottle. Fizzle does not.
Where was that? I think it was Adamant. Maybe. The tail's out there somewhere. The ribbon's out there somewhere.
I do take full responsibility for the timers as well, Shanigan. Definitely my fault.
I mean, when Luffy goes near technology,
bad
things crash.
Yeah, DVS was there for the first time. My computer decided to go nuclear, trying to help me with something.
It was exciting.
Yeah,
it was
DVS
good
and I go way back.
Oh God, that was fun.
Yep.
That was our first time that we saw each other.
Voice call. I still hear your voice. No, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, and then okay, we've hit this point. Do you have any young children at home? Oh, man. Alrighty.
Volcano bound for Linkalot. Fizzle about to pull up on Kraken momentarily.
Yeah, again, Fizzle doing a couple of extra level pickups on the way, getting that extra support. We saw what happened yesterday with Chaos. I mean, yesterday's a good example for why, like, yes, that level 42, 45 black belt. I was going to say 9 times out of 10, but it's more like 99 times out of 100.
Under normal circumstances,
is going to be enough.
Yep.
Last night's race was the rare case where it wasn't.
Yep.
You know, Chaos had nuclear, swirl, tornado.
Punched really hard.
Yeah, it was everything. And at some point, that is enough to put down a black belt before it can deal the 4,000 damage that it's been taking to take down these Chaoses.
Kraken's still standing as well after 8 hits from that black belt.
Yeah.
So even the Fiends one just showing a little bit of, hi, we're here too.
Yeah. Well, and we do have, I believe we have the half black belt crit flag on, which makes total sense. So I forgot to mention, to look at the gated Fiends. We were talking about how Fizzle has one potential out when it comes to searching for the key.
It's going to be what is in Sky if that's
right.
what we're going to decide to do.
Right.
Which we are.
No, heal pots. Well, heal pots first, and then I could see him doing Sky, checking the gated, and then if it's a thief, no, you're going to just go to Earth.
We're going to go do Earth? I mean, the Earth is going to be quick.
Yeah.
We're going to do Earth and Volcano. Okay.
Yeah. Which means, like, what that tells me is Fizzle's okay with his levels.
Yeah.
He's good. Well, because the other thing that happens here is with the black belt at such a high level, he has
the morale.
Morale. There it is. I was like, there's a word for a number that makes people run away. So you're likely to have encounters that look like this, whereas in Sky you'd actually have some sort of
without like a low-level nuke to just mob the field down. As you see our runners right here, literal high fives and holding hands through a dungeon.
Yeah.
This is going to be big to find out what is down here.
Yeah, because Fizzle is going to be... He's going to be a dungeon... He's a dungeon behind, though.
Yep.
And...
It's only a volcano behind, which is 50 seconds down there. Hopefully 20 to 30 seconds through carry.
Right.
He's about 3 minutes probably behind, unless we're going to have to, we don't run into the key on our way, which is looking increasingly unlikely.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. We have Marsh Cave that we haven't seen yet. We have the slab turn-in we haven't seen yet.
The bottle that Linkalot has that Fizzle does not.
And so one of those winds up as the tail, one of those is a ribbon, and one of those is a key. Which one is which? Nobody knows.
And someone's holding on to Matoya's crystal, which is part of that somewhere as well.
Right, right.
Yep.
Which
we'll have to do something, and then a crystal at some point, maybe as well.
Yeah. The ribbon's not going to matter for either of them.
Yeah.
Link has one, Fizzle doesn't.
And they both have the walking ribbon with the black belt.
Yeah. Well, and Link also has Ruse that Fizzle doesn't, but with the current strats that we have, neither of those matter.
Yeah, it's going to be the Ruse stick on the thief to avoid a hit or two and just give you extra time.
Yeah, is that the... I was trying to see what it was. It looked like...
It was too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
another
black belt. Yeah, which is not what he wanted to see. I mean, Link could pick him up.
Okay, so here this adamant will be the bottle for Fizzle.
Right.
So we will see that turn.
Hooray!
Hooray! All right, there's that bottle. The one thing that bails Fizzle out here is this bottle being key.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go do Volcano first. Well, because again, if... Wait, that was a thief?
Was it?
I think it said thief.
Looked like a black belt sprite to me.
Well, I mean, he had the cooler looking hair.
Oh.
So I guess it was.
1 HP actually. What was the mouth? It's a black. What?
No, the thief had 1 HP. No, what?
What has 1 for 1 HP? Isn't that a black mage?
No. Okay.
So confused.
No. Dang it, Link! Stop menuing so fast. Well, we'll see in a battle.
Yeah,
we'll see in an encounter.
It's in slot 4.
Waiting for encounter. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Fizzle working his way down Volcano. Linkalot.
It was a thief.
Okay.
That's
interesting.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's an unexpected thing. I was not expecting that.
Neither was I.
I feel like if I was Fizzle, that's a switch out your black mage for the thief. That way it's already at level 15, and you move on with your life, and you beat the rest of this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to replace a mage, that's the one.
Yeah.
To keep life access on that red mage. Oh boy.
So I guess now the question is, does Fizzle think he's in go mode? No, he doesn't.
If this is going to be the tell right here. What is this bottle?
Yeah. Okay, so now, again, Link is done, has been done, in the sense of there's only one thing that can stop or slow him down, and that would be something happening to that black belt, whether it's being crystal.
There's that crystal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warp.
7. Lich standing up to a punch.
What's he looking for? Does he not have temper? Yeah.
All right, we're going to do slab also while we're here.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so the question is whether or not Link's going to run into something bad.
Yep.
Which is, we're at an interesting place because...
This is our first test right here.
Yeah. Well, and this is pretty much the same place we were in yesterday, where Link was in a commanding lead going into Topher, but something happened. And
carry's not a problem today.
It's what happens when you have 10 hits on a black belt. Oh, that's the not what you wanted.
All right, so that's 2 more proximity turn-ins at least. We're getting to that spooky time of Marsh Cave maybe being that key.
Yeah. Yeah, and Link is heading up towards Kraken 2. It's a little weird because it's like, okay, let's get ready for that Kraken 2 fight. What's gonna happen? Wait, punch fast.
Punch goes out. 6 hits,
421.
A little evasive.
Yeah, that's low and evasive. 9 hits for 1,100 in return.
Okay.
Ooh. The sigh of relief coming from Link.
You know what? We were talking earlier. There's a difference right there between the level 36 black belt and the level 42. There's a difference.
Right. And that's yeah. I absolutely agree that that's 1 or 2 levels of health right there.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the and Link had an early death yesterday in game 1, which I know that has to be running through his mind of I can't have that happen again.
Crystal is there's
Ribbon.
the Ribbo. Okay. So this adamant needs to be the key, otherwise Fizzle's got to go to Marsh.
Yep. No, because the TNT has to be the key.
Yep, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And we are at
Tia
2, and we have wait, punch fast. Fast goes out first, which is what you want to see. Tia comes with lit 2, puts down Link.
Okay, Tail was in Marsh.
16 hits for 700 damage, which is a massive amount of absorb from that Tia. 16 hits, 713, still standing. Lock 2 coming out. The question is Midna going to get through? And it looks like Midna will, because that's 16 hits, 703. Link is going to have a full party. He's going to have fast. He's going to have his 40-something black belt heading into Chaos.
Fizzle's about 6 minutes behind.
Yep. And this is, again, we're in that situation of, is Chaos going to decide that Link's going to have to come back in, or is Chaos going to decide that we have a game 3? Wait, punch fast, as expected. Nothing. Chaos. 1 hit for 111. 10 hits. Wait, was that only 10 hits?
Yeah, 10 hits. That's a little evasive.
Yeah,
Chaos.
that's well, considering we're putting out 20 hits, that's very evasive. There's the lock 2. 12 hits for 772.
That's about 1,800 damage.
We're almost at that vanilla. So he's got at most 2,000 left. 10 hits, 894. And that is game 2 going to SirLinkalot. That is...
At a time that will be determined.
Yeah, TBD. That puts our series at 1-1, which means that we're going to have another run coming here in a little bit. Actually, these mics, let them sit on either side of us.
Well, I'm going to scoot over close to you.
Hi.
I'm going to snuggle. GG's from the chat. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, heck of a race there. And what it came down to, really, at the end of the day, was party select.
Yep.
It was that thief.
Yep.
Fizzle had to track down that key, and SirLinkalot did not.
Yep. Hi.
Hi, guys. We can't really hear you, but we can. Not yet.
Hi.
A little bit.
What about now?
There we go.
Hello?
There we go.
Okay.
We got you. GG's.
GG's, guys.
That was
No.
first question to Link.
Yeah.
Did you think it was game over after Marsh?
I was feeling pretty bad, yeah.
Okay.
3 wipes. Yeah, I was just like, I wasted too much time here. And I didn't actually realize I was in go mode when I actually got, I think, Oxio or Loot was my actual go mode. I'm like, I still need the key. I'm like, wait, I have the Thief. I don't need the key. I just need to get my black belt up to higher levels. And then I'm in go mode, and I had the Agama grind. I'm like, well, it's kind of dangerous, but I'm not going to go looking elsewhere. I can't waste time looking for a better, like an eye grind that's safe. So I'm like, I'm taking the Agamas, and if I lose my grind, yeah, that's definitely probably GG. But
Yeah.
You were both doing the same thing, yeah.
Speaking of Thief.
No. I think one of the last fiends I punched down had a Thief that I could in theory have taken.
It was Earth, I think, had the Thief.
yeah,
I suppose I could have dropped the Black Mage for it. It didn't have a lot going for it. Without the ability to cast Temper, I probably could have switched out for the Thief, but at the same time, I was already just like, I spent so long in Ice Cave getting that floater out, 5 minutes in. Did you go to Ice Cave?
no, I didn't even touch ice. That was what I was thinking. I was like, wow, I still have ice. Like when I left, I'm like, I still have Ice Cave and Marsh Cave. I'm like, this is bad. And then it's like, oh, I'm in go mode. I'm like, cool, I got to skip ice. My, leaving Marsh didn't completely, mess with me because, hey, nothing was there, but I spent too long in there. And I was like, all right.
Which, it looks like Marsh was your tail.
Process
So,
looks like it was tail.
honestly, it was probably better for you that you wiped out a Marsh, because otherwise that cat +5 might have been a little bit more...
tempting.
So I wouldn't have minded the tail because after the grind, especially where I took it, I had a katana +5. So like, instead of my Thief just like, hey, I'm on the Fiend's Thief, wait.
Yeah.
That's all you get to do. It was like, hey, Thief, you're a ninja now. Here's a katana. Do extra damage. Help out, please. And then, because, katana +5 does work, even in the hands of like a, mid-level thief or a ninja.
Yeah. It was in Ordeals, by the way.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering.
Yeah, no, I opened more boxes than I should have, and I stopped very early.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, both boxes you opened were not...
What else was there? There was a ribbon and something else pretty good in Bahamut.
Bahamut's Horde had the ruse stick and a ribbon in it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
I had like 5 wipes in Ice Cave. I had to make time up.
Yeah, I saw you open one box, and I went, that's weird, he opened a box. And then you went incentive out, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's more like
I opened the first box, and a loud voice in my brain was just like, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. And
See, I was happy to find the ribbon because, one, just in case, because I found, Wiz Mummies had an insta-death, and it's like, that's like, I got to walk out a waterfall. It's like, those might be there. So I'm like, that's why I equipped the ribbon to my black belt on the way out. I'm like, I know he has high MDef, but ribbon's higher MDef. So I'll take the, I've got 800 plus health. I'll take the absorb loss and, because nothing should hopefully kill me on the way out.
Yeah, I think, it was I feel like, I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like one of the cool things about these flags that I didn't really realize until playing so many of these is that we saw 2 completely different runs that essentially converge in time.
Yes.
Where, maybe with that, picking up that Thief or replacing the Black Mage, you guys would have been closer.
I think I still would have lost,
but
I would have probably been close to Chaos instead of on the first floor.
Well, Link also went to 43 or something in the grind.
I took it to, I was more thinking health, which I'm really glad I did because,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, when I got to Kraken 2 and it was like Kraken 2's like attack one of my thieves, I'm like, all right, fine, that's cool, that's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Second turn was like, so about that black belt. I'm like, I saw the name come up like, Kraken, don't you dare. Left my black belt with like 35 health. I'm like, those 2 extra levels I decided to take just saved my dive. Right.
I had dreams of 45 for the memes, but I had heal pots for 38.
I was getting good turn order for the most part until like later in my grind where it's like, all right, ambush, ambush.
Yeah, I got a lot of those too, and it's just like, okay, like I get it. Like, just I wanted at least 40, but I got to 38, and it's just like, all right, this is what we got.
Yeah, like because I was also thinking like there's no heals in on-rack. So I was like grind, Kraken, Lich, carry, or no, Kraken, carry, Lich, Topher. And that's why I was like, I want to try to get out of here with enough heal pots to go through C, so I don't have to leave, go get heal pots, come back because I didn't have an airship. So I was boating it the whole. I mean, encountering it, but still, it's gonna take more time. Because
that first run was huge. So like, floaterless wouldn't have been terrible, just annoying.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, I think I got out with like 50 heal pots, and most of the heal pots, I think I used more heal pots getting out than I did on my grind.
Oh wow.
And that was mainly because I ran into the pack of mud golems, and one of them decided to crit me for like 255. I'm like, ow. I'm like, yeah, I know I have 800 health, but not to take that. So.
I hit the hero run on the way out, so I saw 2 nightmares and then like nothing after that.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
Yeah. So we do have a little bit of a break that we're going to do before Game 3. Did we say 12 o'clock is what we're doing?
I think so. Or 12 o'clock?
Danny's giving us a nod.
Yeah, unless we want to start a little early, but I'm sure they probably want to keep the schedule too.
Yeah.
Sometime in the next 20 to 30, maybe 40 minutes, we'll be back.
Any last thoughts coming out of this before going to Game 2? Or Game 3?
Where are all the grinds at?
Yeah. Fair.
Safe grinds.
Safe
like
grinds.
Either give us safe grinds somewhere, or not a hero run, to where we can check that. Because as soon as I saw them, like, well, overworld grind is not an option at all.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I got nothing.
Cool. Well, again, I'm Devious RNG, Luffy DV. Thank you to SpeedGaming.
Lord Fizzlebeef, SirLinkalot.
Thank you to SpeedGaming. We're going to be back in the next 20 to 30 minutes, so keep an eye out. And after that, whoever wins that match is going to face this guy. and I get to stay here on the seat, warming the bench.
So, yep. Bye, everybody. Thank you.